So on Tuesdays and Thursdays at the moment, I've got an early morning 6:30 sort of gym session with some of the athletes that I work with. So what I have been doing the last 3 or 4 weeks is coming and doing this hill run. And what I've been doing is using the MAF method, which MAF stands for Maximal Aerobic Function Method, where you take 120 beats or 120 minus your age, and that's the heart rate that you're not going to cross over or go above. And so what I've been doing on the hill is, rather than running the hill with a high heart rate and pushing hard over it, is using this MAF method where I run. Once my heart rate gets up to about 150, I walk, let it drop back down. Once it's dropped back down, it's under control again. I start running again for however long I might be able to run. So it's really slowed down my overall speed of the run route. But because I do it quite early in the morning, it means it's kind of like a nice aerobic session to start the day. I've been finding I've been able to back it up, doing it twice a week. And over that time, even though I'm keeping my heart rate down in that level, that aerobic level, my times are improving over this route. So I thought I'd take you along with me this morning, and we'll talk a little bit more about it as we go.
One of the key things with the MAF method, or the MAF, was developed by a guy named Phil Maffetone. If you haven't read his work, it's definitely worth it. And it's all about developing aerobic capacity without stressing the system too much, so without all of the stress hormones building up, so that you can maintain your consistency. So it's not a one-off really big smash fest every once in a while. It's consistent aerobic work over time. Really good for building your aerobic base. And I've just found it's fitted really nicely into this little morning window that I've got on this hill for a bit more strength endurance, and I can mix it between power walking and then some jogging when the heart rate stays within that zone. I've heard Phil Maffetone talk a number of times, and one of the complaints he gets about his method is everyone says, oh, it's so slow. I've got to go so slow to be in that aerobic zone. He always jokes, but I can see the genius in it now. He always says, do it in the dark. That way no one sees how slow you're going. I think there's a stroke of genius to that, in that if you do it in the dark, it protects the ego a little bit because no one else is around to see it, or it's too dark for people to see. And the second thing is you feel like you go a lot faster in the dark because all of those little reference points of speed and how fast you're moving drift away. So he's definitely got a point there. Do it in the dark.
There we go. Well, that's pretty much bang on an hour for that run today. A little bit slower than normal just because I've been too busy chatting to you guys, to be honest. But I find that sort of MAF method, really focusing on staying in that aerobic zone, is just a really solid way of getting in some good aerobic work without stressing the body too much. And it's really in line with sort of aerobic base training and the polarized training method as a whole. And this is it's not the only training that I'm doing. And it's not the only training that I will do as well, but it has its place to build that aerobic base. Let me know, have you ever used a MAF method before? What's been your experiences with it? I'd be interested to hear. We'll talk to you later.